So there are several ways to add keyframes to the camera. So with the camera tool selected from the motion toolbar, you can either go to the top menu and select Camera, Add Camera Keyframe at Current Frame. And as you can see, a keyframe appears along the camera row, which is just above the frame's thumbnails in the timeline view. And you'll also notice that a blue bounding box appeared in the camera view. Another way to add a keyframe, and I'm just going to drag the playhead across so that it appears on a different frame, is by clicking on the Add Keyframe button in the Tool Properties panel. Other keyframes that you can add are keyframes at the start of the panel, as well as a keyframe at the end of the current panel. And that way you don't have to fuss around with the playhead and try to make sure that's exactly either at the start or at the end. Once again, both of these options also exist in the camera menu at the top. So there's Add Camera Keyframe at beginning of panel and end of panel, and the reason that they're grayed out is because those keyframes currently exist. It's quite easy to move keyframes, and you can do this by selecting a keyframe from the camera row in the timeline, and you can tell it's selected because it's highlighted in blue, and you can just pull it and drag it across to reposition it to a different frame. You can also delete it just by hitting the delete key, or you can select a keyframe and go to the delete keyframe button in the tool properties panel for the camera tool. Or once again, you can go to the top menu and select camera, remove selected camera keyframes. Another thing that you can do is with a keyframe selected, you can click on this button right here, go to selected keyframe, and once again that's easier than fidgeting around with the playhead to make sure that you're exactly on the selected keyframe. So the reason that the camera frame now appears in green is because it belongs to the keyframe at the start of the panel. And if we create a keyframe once again, at the end of our panel, you see that the bounding box is changed to red, and that's because it indicates that that's the last keyframe. So for any keyframe created between the start and end keyframes, the camera frame will appear in blue. So let's go to the last keyframe and make a camera move. So I'm going to make another truck out. And you can see your start frame highlighted in green, your stop frame highlighted in red, the arrows indicating which direction the camera is moving from the start frame to the stop frame. And if you find that you've done too many crazy things to your frame and you just want to reset it back to where it was, you can click on this button here, Reset Keyframe. In addition to being able to change the position of the camera frame in the camera view, you can also enter precise values in these fields for the selected keyframe.